Got to play it every night. Joining me is my Sky News colleague, Gary
Paul Murray.
Very good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too.
And Senator James Campbell, nice to see you. Now, let's get into a few things here. What did you see, Gary, tonight? What did you see as the obvious lines of attack or areas of weakness when it comes to the government?
Look, I think the government needs to arc up on the enthusiasm for the future, that side of things. I think it's also important the Prime Minister gets a clear message, and I think he probably got it across tonight inadvertently, to the base that this election's not won yet. You know, it's not over. There is a long way to go. There's another 32 days or 23 sleeps, as they say in politics. Not many sleeps there. So, Paul, the Prime Minister at least looked prime ministerial, whereas I just don't think people can actually imagine Anthony Albanese doing the job he's put in the dodgy CV for.
James McGrath, James Campbell, God love him, potentially future senator from Victoria. My apologies. So,
he's more erudite though.
What did you see from the Queensland perspective about what to prosecute when it comes to Albo?
Well, the first thing about Albanese is he needed to win tonight, and he didn't win tonight. He needed to smash Albanese out of the park, and he didn't do that. But he didn't really talk about the issues that impact upon Queensland, did he? No, he didn't talk. He mentioned cost of living, but didn't talk about jobs and what drives the economy here in Queensland. My theory about Albo is he's the Uncle Arthur of politics. You know, he's bumbling around and think about it. Google Uncle Arthur if you're under the age of 40. But that is him. Do you want this guy running the economy? No, you do not. And that was a competency test, and he failed it.
Now, Gleeso went and did a bunch of what they call vox pops, where you just ask random people questions in the Queen Street Mall, just up the road. He said that basically it was a pretty obvious division, under 40, over 40. Something that you can get a bit of an indication about how elections are going to go is if we get a census in between elections, because you're able to start to work out, is the electorate older, is it richer, where does this, where's that? They even give information that breaks us down to the different electorates. Queensland, of course, has changed because so many people have come from different places. They obviously bring their politics with them, Gary. So, again, are we flying a little bit blind on the data to work out whether places like Petrie, that's a seat that's always gone with government since 1970, be it Liberal or Labor, about whether somebody moved from the hardcore greeny bit of Melbourne and now lives there?
Paul, a lot of things that are settled are things like the statistics around population growth. For every extra million people moving into southeast Queensland, there's going to be 600,000 to 700,000 more cars on the road. You're going to have to build 4 PA hospitals, 4 major hospitals. They're the realities that state governments are not addressing. And I don't believe that you can sheet that blame home to Scott Morrison. So people talking about the price of housing, for instance, in Brisbane, it's gone up because people are buying into the market. It's not Scott Morrison's fault. The Australian population hasn't gone up. The Queensland population has. The Queensland government hasn't released land. They haven't made more spaces available. We've got 15,000 homes flood afflicted, and we have a rental accommodation rate of 0.1%. So in other words, if you're not there the second before it's put on the rental market, it's gone.